Hello, Archers. You are here to talk about Rosendale Design Group AS. Can you start by telling the motivation behind the group?
Okay, the Rosendal brand takes up 50% of Rosendal Design Group's turnover. 53% of the whole group's turnover is based on the Danish market. This makes the group vulnerable if something happens to either Danish market or Rosendal's production. To avoid this, we need to even out the ratio by increasing the sales of other goods and expanding into other markets. As Rosendal Group isn't satisfied with their sales in Swedish market, this is where we decided to focus our attention. Their brand Holmegaard accounts for 16% of the group's sales and 22% of the group's Swedish market. They have showed huge potential with their glass leather production. They still don't know the reasons for this, so we want to figure out what happened and how to repeat it.
Alright, and your research question is?
Our research question is, how can Holmegaard increase sales in Sweden by 10% within 2017?
Okay. What else would you like to tell us about?
Well, to come up with the solutions, we had to do an in-depth analysis of the company using various theories. First, we did the segmentation of Holmegaard, figure out that the customers are mostly women in all ages. It is the new couples who want to do interior for their new home. Holmegaard is also being used as gifts for any given occasion, for example, wedding gifts or birthday gifts. Seniors also have great interest in Holmegaard. Overall, is the customer who wants beautiful design and care for house decoration.
Archers, can you please tell us your research question for Rosendal Design Group?
And the question is, how can Holmegaard increase their sales in Sweden by 10% within 2017?
And how have you answered this question and what is your solution?
Well, to come up with the solutions, we had to do an in-depth analysis of the company using various theories. We did internal and external analysis. We started with segmentation of Holmegaard. Figure out that the customers are mostly women in all ages. It's the new couples who wants to buy interior for their new home. Holmegaard is also being used as gifts for any given occasions, for example, wedding gifts. Seniors also have a great interest in Holmegaard. Overall, it's the consumer who wants beautiful design and care for house decorations. So our primary target group is the common mature person with taste for design, and the secondary group is people who are looking to buy presents for any given occasion.
And what is the scope?
Well, geographically it's the Swedish market. The time range is 2 years, and our industry is design, glass, tableware industry. So we worked with the group sales in the Swedish market, but still focused on increasing Holmegaard sales.
Thank you.
Hello, Robin.
Hello, Archers.
So you are here to talk about the value chain analysis. So could you highlight the most important parts of that?
Yes, we have chosen to focus on support activities and primary activities, and the most important ones of them are the firm infrastructure combined with human resource, technology, procurement, and for primary activities it's inbound operations and outbound, and in the end marketing and sales is the most important one. For the firm infrastructure and human resource, Rosendal Design Group is a lean organization with 110 employees and headquarters in Denmark. It is organized to fit the innovative environment of the company. RDG owns sales forces in all the Nordic countries, as well as own organization in China of quality control, sourcing and sales and marketing. The technology area of support activities is one of the things Rosendal Design Group is focusing on is honoring the Danish design tradition as well as developing own products and concepts. In order to take idea to the final product, it must go through technological development part of the value chain into the designing process. Of the procurement, Rosendal Design Group do not own any manufacturing facilities. On contrary, RDG has outsourced all the production to countries like Poland, Turkey, Spain and others.
So what about the most important part, as you said, the marketing and sales?
Well, yeah. Rosendal Design Group is a relatively new company. They changed their name in 2011. And this was the landmark of a new strategy to fulfill their mission and vision about being the leading house of design in Scandinavia. They have acquired 5 brands so far in their brand portfolio, here among Holmegaard, established in 1825, They produce uniquely designed glassware that are modern, functional, and possesses the sense of integrity. They make use of the marketing strategy product branding, which makes Holmegaard an independent company with its RGG management. RDG distribute their products from their different brands through sales consultants, whom sells the different brands to chain stores, independent stores, design shops, supermarkets, duty-free ferries, and furniture dealers. Since RDG started out as a merchandiser company, they have kept their price strategy about having medium to high quality products and high design for low prices. This gives them an advantage compared to the competitors, which can have difficulties matching these low prices. RDG appeal to their correct customer target group by sponsoring cultural establishments. The Royal Theatre, Skuespillerhuset, and the Karen Blixen Museum in Rungsted is some of them. In this way, their customers become familiar with their products and what their products represents. This strengthens the core brand value of the brand Holmegaard.
So, as I understand, you have done the sustainable competitive advantage model as well?
Yes, sir. And here we combine the resources and the competences of RDG into the strategic capabilities of the company, and hereby determining the sustainable competitive advantages. We put these strategic capabilities through the RIN framework, and hereby coming up with the sustainable competitive advantages. And we decided those are a brand image with high integrity and long-lasting history, that they outsource their production and hereby streamlining their business, and they have relatively low prices.
As seen from the annual report, the key figures have dropped tremendously from the time before international crisis to the present. The return on investment, for instance, have fallen from 14% in 2007 to a 2.2% in 2013. But although tough times have come, the company have managed to survive. And not only that, but to increase sales to an expected of 400 million this year. If we look closer to the last 3 years, we can see that in 2011, the profit before interest was 13 million, and by 2012 has dropped to more than half, to 5.6 million. This fall has resulted in a huge decline in PMR, which led to a fall in ROI. The 36.7% increase in profit before interest in 2013 has resulted in a 38% increase in PMR and 36% in ROI compared with 2012, even though assets turnover has decreased again with 10%. Equity ratio seems to stay pretty stable with a 2.3% increase in 2012 and a very small increase of 0.1% in 2013. Although 2.2% in ROI is not much, considering the difficult global economic situation, Roosendaal Design Group is a solid company with an equity ratio close to 50% and a very good management.
Hello, Oscars.
Hey Robin.
Can you please tell us about the pestle analysis?
Yes, I'm gonna talk only about the relevant things about pestle analysis. The first one is political. Sweden had a national sales tax, but it was replaced by a value-added tax of 10% in 1969, and it had increased from year to year, and now it's 25%. Almost all goods and most services are subject to this tax. There are three reduced tax rates. 12% applies for food, 6% applies for domestic passenger transport, newspapers, books, and magazines. 0% value-added tax rate applies to printing services, ship and airplane building and repair, sea rescue services, prescription medicine, aircraft fuel, and the gold supplied to the central bank. The corporate income tax has been reduced from 28% in 2006 to 22% since 2013.
Okay, and the economical part?
Yes, as Sweden is a highly industrialized country, and the Swedish living standards and purchasing power are among the highest in the world. Swedish industry is outstanding in supplying quality goods and specialized products like ball bearings, high-grade steel, machine tools, and glassware, which is the demand in the whole world. And the next part is social. The Finnish people are the largest foreign-born citizens in Sweden. There are 160,000 people, and this is the like I said, the highest ones, and the Danes are only the 10th largest foreign citizen born in Sweden. It's like 43,000. This can be why the Finnish design Itala and a competitor to Holmegaard is a threat to Rosendahl Design Group. The Swedes also look upon Denmark as their kind of little brother, and they have their own Swedish design brands for glass. Sweden mostly acknowledge Denmark for their furniture design, thereby making it pretty difficult to get inside the market. The average age in Sweden is 41 years, and this is a good sign for Holmegaard, as their primary target group is a mature common people.
So Oskars, can you please tell us how you analyze the buying behavior?
We use 7 O's framework to analyze our customer behavior.
And who constitutes the market?
BTC, the common mature person with a taste for design. B2B, retail industry, big chain stores in Sweden.
And what does the market buy?
Design glass tableware of 4.3 million a year. Huge success they made with the leather striped lanterns.
Why does the market buy?
Because their customers are looking for quality products for relatively good price.
And Oskars, who is participants in the buying process?
BTC, initiator, people with a taste for design. Influencer, all parties. Decider, the buyer. Purchaser, women who take care of the household. User, buyers or relatives and friends. B2B, initiators were Rosendahl Design Group. Users, consumers. Gatekeepers, chain stores. Influencers, competition. Deciders, sales management.
So now that we know the internal and external analysis, can you please give us a review of the TAOs?
So we separated the internal aspects, which are strengths and weaknesses, from the external ones, opportunities and threats. The strengths we came up with are a brand image with high integrity and long-lasting history, relatively low prices, the fact that Rosendahl Design Group sponsors various cultural establishments, therefore strengthening the group's image, involving new designers and therefore creating trends, and a very solid equity ratio. The weaknesses are the dependency on the Danish market as well as the Rosendahl brand, small market share in Sweden, and not having total control over the supplier nor the production. And the external ones are the opportunities, outsourcing production to countries with big glass resources and smaller production costs, acquisition of competition, vertical integration to maintain more control over the market, increasing market share in foreign countries, and the threats are outsourcing production may spoil the image, tougher requirements for production, being acquired by bigger players, and nationalistic brands seem less appealing to certain abroad customers, for example the Swedes. So, and in the conclusion, we came up with the strategies that the group can use to increase Holmegaard sales. So your question was, how can Holmegaard increase their sales in Sweden by 10% within 2017? Have you actually managed to answer it?
Yes, we have. And using following strategies, we can increase the sales of Holmegaard in Sweden. These strategies have been developed through analyzing the situation of Holmegaard by what we have mentioned throughout the video of the different analyses, the PESTEL, the Porter's 5 Forces, Customer Behavior 7 O's, and Porter's Value Chain. And we also created the financial reports of them and the competitors. And with this background knowledge, we concluded the TOWS analysis, identifying strategies for Holmegaard to use in order to reach the goal of increasing sales in Sweden with 10% within 2017. I will mention the strategies in order of the most relevant. Number 1. Change focus from being a Danish design to a Scandinavian design. Brand Holmegaard worldwide as a Scandinavian design. The way they promote themselves right now might be appealing to the Danish customers, but it does the opposite to the Swedes. Number 2. Produce a specific product that is made in Sweden. Create in Holmegaard something like the monkey is in Kai Boyesen, an iconic product that will work as a front figure on the Swedish market. Number 3. Involve Swedish and Norwegian designers. 4. Become more involved with Swedish cultural establishments and hereby gaining the correct target audience. Number 5. Acquire smaller Swedish glass producers. and hereby increasing Rosendal Design Group's market share in Sweden. And these are our strategies. Thank you very much.